All right, guys, usually I'm telling you we need to use a little bit of imagination to transform a space because we're gonna change out a bathroom, change out a kitchen, stuff like that. Today I'm gonna need you to use a little bit more imagination because we're doing an interior bathroom addition. Let's take a look. So currently behind door number 1, we have a bathroom inside of here. We'll pop this open. Vanity, toilet, shower. Yay! Now, behind the cabinetry doors, we're going to put a new bathroom. But let's take a look at what's going on. We've got closets. And then on the other side is a bedroom with more closets. So, what's going on here? Well, we are going to be taking this space right here, taking that to be a door, or turn this into a door right here. And then we're going to turn this space, taking over half of the closet, and turn that into our bathroom. And we'll do similar layout, vanity, toilet, and then shower down at the end. That's also going to mean we need to take half of this closet as well. So we're going to change out the closet doors. We'll go to single closet doors. We'll do a different closet system in there. So the closets will be smaller. Based on the customer's needs and wants, they said that'll be totally fine. It's more important for them to have another bathroom in the space for all of this. So that's what we're going to do. Now, with all of that, that means we need plumbing, electrical, HVAC, all those things in there. So we're going to be stealing water from up in our attic access, which we've already scoped out. So we'll be able to bring that over and down. And then the electrical, we've got a bunch of electrical we need to rework in here. So we'll be able to put our lights and all that good stuff in there. But that leaves us with one big question. How do we get all the dirty water and all the other crap, literally, out of here? That's where this comes in. Now, what does 36 inches mean? 36 inches means that we're going to need to dig 3 feet down right here. Why? Because that's where the sewer line is. Conveniently, right behind me, outside this window, we have what are called the bull horns. That's where you have the cleanouts. And there's 2 of them. It looks like bull horns. Nerd stuff. Don't worry about it. But anyways, what that means is we've got all the plumbing that's shooting right down this direction before it hits the street in the city sewer and gets taken away. So what we'll do is we're going to saw cut right in here, trench this out so that we can run shower drain, toilet drain, vanity, there we go, vanity drain, all the way out to the sewer. So we've got a lot of demo to do. We're going to have to reframe this area to make sure everything's going to work. Good news for us, none of this is load bearing, so we'll be able to chop it out, dice it, slice it, do what we want to it. We'll reframe this doorway, redo this door. We're going to have floors redone in here, new door casings, stuff like that. So we've got some fun stuff ahead of us with everything that we've got going on. If I remembered to break out the GoPro, we might have some time lapses along the way, but we're going to get prepped in here for what's going on. We're not going to do floor protection because all the floors come out, but we're going to do some plastic because we want to make sure that our construction mess stays on our side and isn't just infiltrating the rest of the house. So that's what we're going to get working on here in a second. Hopefully I don't forget the time lapse and I'm like, oops, here in a second. So hopefully we go into a time lapse right about now. What's going on, guys? I honestly forget where we left off with all of our updates for everything. So we're going to start with our beautiful trench and where the plumber tied everything in. So we're getting ready for our inspection on that. So we've got everything exposed right now, and then pretend that you can see the pipe running underneath here because that's all exposed. And then we've got our new bathroom area. So we've got both doors that have been reframed so that they'll be matching sizes and good access from the hallway, all that fun stuff. As we come on in here, we've got, this will be our sink location, toilet location will be here, and then we'll swing over the shower in a second. GFCI's on the wall, and then we had a 3-way switch that used to be here, which was in the hallway. That's been relocated to this guy right here. Now, for all our stuff in the ceiling, we've got our sprinkler head that's been moved down a foot. We've got our exhaust fan that's placed right here. We'll get the internal stuff all hooked up later. And then our air vent over here. So the reason why we did that is we've got the air vent here. This is gonna be pulling a lot of our air from the shower, and we didn't want to put it in the shower area. So yeah, door will swing to this wall. Switches are right here, kind of intuitive. You walk in, I want to slap the light right there. You might be looking at it going, there's no lights. And that's because we've got these guys coiled up in the ceiling. And so we'll have can lights that will be, they're the, canless can lights. So we'll have one here above the toilet and then 2 in the shower area. So I'm gonna step through, Bobby will swing in, and we've got our lovely temporary post that's in the way. And the reason why is we've got our concrete cut out to set larger footers for our 2 posts on either side that's carrying our beam above. Now, in the meantime, this is carrying it while we wait for our inspection on concrete or pre-concrete and then rough in all that good stuff. So this is the shower. We jackhammered down in here so that we could get our 0-step shower. We've got additional backing for the concrete board that we'll be putting on, all that good stuff. And then we made this wall out of, we essentially took 2x4s, ripped them down to 2x3s to try and get the extra inch out of these closets because they are small. Homeowner knew they were gonna be small, and they prioritized having an extra bathroom over worrying about if the closets were big enough or not, which we totally agree with. So we're all good to go there. Now, we had to get this pretty specific because where we were with our plumbing and how everything's lining out. Architect said that we're good to go with a large footer over here if it catches the corner because we're trying to create that solid base underneath and it's gonna be plenty thick to be able to carry that right there. So yeah, I think that's it for the most part. There's a couple odds and ends, so if you're like, this might need to be adjusted, yes. For the most part, we've got everything done. We've got a little bit of fire blocking, some final adjustments we need to do before we're good to close up walls, but this is probably gonna be a good breaking point where we've done the majority of the work so far. So we will see you here in a second, next video, God knows what. Have a good one, we'll see you then. What's going on, guys? Wanted to give you an update on our project in Fountain Hills. We've got our rough-in all done. We're getting ready to get concrete poured back in the floor, drywall hung, and get this baby rolling. So I'm gonna show you around real quick what we've been doing and then go from there. So we've got our plumbing that's in the ground. Everything's all connected. We've got our rebar that's been pinned all the way through our slab so that when they pour it back, everything is gonna essentially be uniform and we don't have any settling that we don't want. We've got our rebar pad in here, and then we've got one over there as well. We've got our 2 posts that are essentially floating right now that are being held up by this guy in the middle. So that's all good to go. We've got this big pole right here that was used for our inspection, but that's gonna be cut out and done away with. So anyways, electrical has all been moved. We're gonna have a light above where the sink area is, light above the toilet, 2 lights above the shower. We've got our doors that are gonna be going in over here. Now, since they are small doors, and we don't have room against the walls over there for trim, we're gonna be doing kerfed jamb doors. So the drywall will wrap right into the door jamb. Geez, I almost said casing. Anyways, let's step inside here for a second. So we've got our shower valve that's on the wall right there, shower head that's over there, glass door, stationary panel, glass door right here, and then we've got it chipped out currently so it can be a 0-step shower. So those guys can get everything to drain or to run down towards our drain over here. So we're super excited to be getting all of our walls closed up, and then we'll show you the one other area that we're working on right now. Or, let's see. Flooring's done. Not a good video of it, but we've got floor protection over here. That's why I couldn't show you right here. We've got our closet area. It's gonna be same thing, kerf jamb on, where's my light? on this guy right here, and then we've got our canless can light that's going to be going up in there. So our drywallers are going to be rolling in, getting all our patches done, getting everything hung, and then we'll be moving on to the next step. We might cut the video here. If the video's done, see you on the next video. If we've got more coming, then hang around. What's going on, guys? Wanted to give you a sneak peek before we get all our details wrapped up on this project. So I'll have Ethan step into the bathroom real quick. We've got all the tile in on the shower walls, on the floor, all that good stuff. So right now we're waiting on our vanity so that can go in. We'll get our plumbing trim out done. Glass guy's coming on Monday. It's Saturday right now. Also on Monday, we've got our doors that are going to get installed. We've got the rest of the trim, and then we've got some details for the closets that we're going to button up, this one and then the one on the other side, but we'll run through all the final details when we're there. We've got all our materials, or almost all of our materials on site so that we can do plumbing trim out, get all that stuff done, but we'll roll through all of it with you guys when we get to the big reveal. All right, guys, long awaited, we're at the end of our Fountain Hills project, so I'm gonna have Ethan jump in the bathroom and have him look around for you guys. So we've got the shower. Everything was square, so there's no offset on those tiles to keep the pattern running all the way through. We've got our zero step, the glass that's in there. I'm losing my voice right now. Everything is nice and modern with the square finishes that we chose. We even did that with a lot of the handles on the doors that we went with. So these are our nice square handles, super cool, super modern, yay! And then obviously we've got everything painted in there like we talked about. So looks good, we're all happy, and then we'll take you guys, that clicked, we'll take you guys into the living room so that you can see we got the painting all done, main floor has been done everywhere. They're getting ready to move in right now, so we need to wrap up and get out of here. Very happy with this project, everything that's going on, and we're gonna see you guys on the next one.